Picture this. You dock at a Croatian port that most cruise passengers have never heard of. Yet within minutes you're climbing to a 13th century castle with breathtaking views, exploring underground World War II tunnels, and discovering the birthplace of the world's first torpedo. Most cruisers skip Rijeka thinking there's nothing to see, but they're missing one of Croatia's most authentic and fascinating ports. Today, I'm going to show you why Rijeka deserves your attention and how to explore this hidden gem, even if you've never heard of it before. Welcome back to Travel Day Trip Ideas. I'm here to help you cruise smarter and explore more. If you're new here, we create free cruise port guides to help you maximize your port adventures without overspending. Rijeka might not have the fame of Dubrovnik or Split, but that's exactly what makes it special. As Croatia's third largest city and principal seaport, Rijeka offers something unique, an authentic Croatian experience without the crowds. This is a working port city with real character, where you can explore medieval castles, walk through fascinating history, and experience genuine local culture. Here's what makes Rijeka incredible. It was the European Capital of Culture in 2020. It's the birthplace of the torpedo, and it has one of the most dramatic castle locations you'll ever see. Plus, everything is easily walkable from your cruise ship. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the stunning Trsat Castle and how to reach it, reveal the fascinating torpedo history most people miss, and share the local experiences that make Rijeka authentically Croatian, including where to find the best local food that tourists rarely discover. Here's why Rijeka might just be the most underrated cruise port in the Mediterranean, and why that's actually perfect for smart travelers like you. While everyone flocks to Dubrovnik and Split, Rijeka gives you the authentic Croatian experience without the tourist crowds and inflated prices. This is a real working city where locals actually live and work, not a museum piece. Your cruise ship docks right in the city centre, literally a 5-minute walk to the main pedestrian street, Korzo. There's no need for shuttle buses or expensive taxis. The port is integrated into the city, so you step off your ship and you're immediately in the heart of Rijeka. What makes this special is that Rijeka has all the history and culture of Croatia's famous ports, but with a fraction of the crowds. You can actually enjoy the sights without fighting through tour groups, and locals are genuinely friendly because they're not overwhelmed by tourism. Rijeka was awarded European Capital of Culture in 2020, recognizing its rich cultural heritage and vibrant arts scene. Yet most cruise passengers spend less than half a day here, missing incredible experiences. I've visited both the famous Croatian ports and Rijeka multiple times, and honestly, Rijeka offers a more authentic and relaxed experience. You can take your time, interact with locals, and discover things at your own pace. This means you can explore independently without the stress of crowds, enjoy better prices at local restaurants, and have genuine interactions with Croatian people. But what exactly makes Rijeka worth exploring? Let me show you the crown jewel that overlooks the entire city. Trsat Castle, Croatia's most dramatic fortress. Perched 138 meters above the city, Trsat Castle offers not just incredible views, but a journey through 800 years of Croatian history. And there are two very different ways to reach it. Built in the 13th century by the powerful Frankopan family, Trsat Castle has watched over Rijeka for centuries. This isn't just ruins, it's a fully restored medieval fortress with galleries, events, and some of the best panoramic views in Croatia. You have two options to reach the castle, and your choice depends on your energy level and time. The adventurous option is the Petar Kružić Stairway, 561 stone steps built in the 1500s for pilgrims. It's quite a climb, but the views along the way are spectacular, and you'll feel like you've earned those castle views. The easier option is bus number 2 from the city centre, which takes about 20 minutes and drops you just a 5-minute walk from the castle. The bus costs only €2 and runs regularly. You can check times on Google Maps, which works perfectly in Rijeka. The castle itself is free to enter, and you can explore the courtyards, climb the watchtower, and enjoy the cafe with those incredible views. There's often art exhibitions and cultural events, especially in summer. The views stretch across the entire Kavarna Bay. You can see your cruise ship, the surrounding islands, and the dramatic mountains behind the city. If you're feeling energetic, take the bus up and walk down the stairs. That way, you get the experience of the historic stairway without the exhausting climb up. Standing on those castle walls, looking out over the Adriatic with the Croatian mountains behind you, you'll understand why this location has been strategically important for over 800 years. But Rijeka's history isn't just medieval. This city played a crucial role in modern naval warfare, and you can explore that story right in the city centre. The torpedo story and industrial heritage. What if I told you that the weapon that changed naval warfare forever was invented and first manufactured right here in Rijeka? And you can see exactly where it happened? In 1866, the world's first torpedo was successfully tested in Rijeka's harbour. This wasn't just any invention. It revolutionized naval warfare and was manufactured here for the Austro-Hungarian Empire. The torpedo factory was located in what's now the industrial part of the harbour, about 3 kilometres from the old town. While the original factory buildings are mostly gone due to World War II bombing, you can visit the fascinating Torpedo Exhibition in an old railroad warehouse near the city centre. The exhibition is open Tuesday to Sunday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it's genuinely interesting even if you're not a military history buff. You'll learn how these sophisticated weapons were designed and built, and understand why Rijeka was such an important industrial centre for the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This industrial heritage explains why Rijeka feels different from other Croatian coastal cities. It was a major port and manufacturing centre, which gave it a more cosmopolitan, international character that you can still feel today. The exhibition shows the evolution of torpedo technology, original blueprints, and explains how Rijeka's strategic location made it perfect for this kind of innovation. It's a unique story you won't find anywhere else in Croatia. From industrial innovation to spiritual significance, Rijeka has another side that most visitors never discover: the spiritual heart and local culture. Right next to Trsat Castle sits one of Croatia's most important pilgrimage sites. And even if you're not religious, the story and architecture will fascinate you. The Church of Our Lady of Trsat is considered one of the most important Catholic pilgrimage sites in Croatia, with a legend that connects it directly to the Holy Land. According to legend, angels transported the Holy House of Nazareth, Mary's childhood home, to this exact spot in 1291, where it remained for 3.5 years before being moved to Loreto, Italy. Whether you believe the legend or not, the church built here is beautiful and historically significant. The church dates from the 15th century and contains a miraculous icon believed to be painted by Saint Luke. Pope John Paul II visited here, and you can see his statue outside. What's practical for visitors is that there's a peaceful park with benches and, rare in Croatia, free, clean restrooms. This is where you'll see authentic Croatian religious culture. Locals come here for important life events, and you might witness a Croatian wedding or baptism. It's a glimpse into how Croatians actually live, not just tourist attractions. Near the church, you'll find one of Europe's most beautiful modern mosques, built in 2013. The 6 domes and unique minaret show how Rijeka has always been multicultural and cosmopolitan. You can visit outside prayer times, and the views from the square are spectacular. Now let me show you how to experience Rijeka like a local, including where to find authentic Croatian food that most tourists never discover. Local experiences and authentic Croatian life. Here's how to experience the real Rijeka, from the bustling market where locals shop to the pedestrian street where Croatians actually spend their time. The heart of local life in Rijeka is the Korzo, the main pedestrian street, and the central market. These aren't tourist attractions. They're where Rijeka residents live their daily lives. The central market, located in 3 beautiful Art Nouveau market halls near the port, this is where locals buy fresh produce, seafood straight from the Adriatic, and regional specialties. One hall is for dairy, another for meat, and the third for fish and seafood. Between the halls is an open-air market with fresh vegetables and fruits, often sold by local women from their own gardens. Korzo Street. This lovely pedestrian promenade is lined with cafes, bars, and shops. It's built where the old city walls used to be, and it's where locals meet, socialize, and enjoy their evening passeggiata. The city clock tower at one end is Rijeka's landmark. "Meet me under the clock" is a common expression here. Local food experiences. For authentic Croatian cuisine, skip the tourist restaurants and try local spots along Korzo. Look for places serving fresh Adriatic seafood, especially if you can find locally caught fish. The coffee culture here is strong. Croatians take their coffee seriously, and cafe sitting is a social activity. Hidden gem. There's a unique underground passage called the Waiting Room for Rain under the Radio Rijeka building on Korzo. It's a public shelter with interesting information about rain in Rijeka, including the fact that locals supposedly change 3,480 umbrellas in their lifetime. Beach surprise. Yes, Rijeka has beaches. They're a couple of kilometers from the city centre, accessible by public transport. Ploča Beach is popular with families and has the unique distinction of being next to one of the world's most scenic football stadiums, built right between the sea and a steep cliff. We've covered why Rijeka is Croatia's best-kept secret, how to reach the stunning Trsat Castle, the fascinating Torpedo history, and the authentic local experiences that make this port special. But most importantly, we've shown you how to experience real Croatian culture without the crowds and tourist prices of the famous ports. Here's what I want you to do. When your ship docks in Rijeka, take that 5-minute walk into the city centre. Decide whether you want to climb those 561 steps or take the bus to Trsat Castle and give yourself at least 4 hours to explore this authentic Croatian gem. Don't miss the central market and a coffee on Korzo. That's where you'll feel the real rhythm of Croatian life. If you prefer guided tours with local experts who can share even more stories about Rijeka's fascinating history, check the video description below for links to our recommended local tour operators. They offer personalized experiences at much better prices than ship excursions, often with smaller groups and insider knowledge. If you found this guide helpful, make sure you're subscribed to Travel Day Trip Ideas and hit that notification bell. We have free guides for dozens of cruise ports, all designed to help you explore confidently without breaking the bank. Have you been to Rijeka before? Or is this the first time you're hearing about this Croatian port? Let me know in the comments what surprised you most. Was it the Torpedo history, the castle location, or maybe that it was European capital of culture? And if you're planning a Croatian cruise, tell me which ports you're most excited to explore. Thanks for watching, and remember, cruise smarter, explore more.